This is the Eastern Idaho Weather Hazard Briefing for Wednesday, October the 1st. Key points to go through is that we're looking for some isolated showers around today. We do have another cold front that will arrive Thursday night into Friday, and that will bring high chances for wetting rains for later this week. And we could actually see some snow for high elevations late week and over the weekend as this low pressure system will persist through the weekend. So the weather risk outlook is calling for some minor impacts possible, mainly for the Wapiti burn scar up in the Stanley area, with some heavy rain possible Thursday night and into Friday morning. Current satellite image across the area shows some mid to high level clouds drifting through the region. There's some embedded rain showers in there as well. High temperatures for today, a little bit warmer than what we saw yesterday, with highs generally in the 60s across most of the region. Lowest humidity today generally expected to be roughly in the 40s and 50s. And then highest wind gusts today, stronger winds will be found up north, closer to the Montana border, with lighter winds to the south. But roughly speaking, generally 15 to 25 miles per hour, with some gusts 30 to 35 miles per hour up in Lemhi County, and then also closer to the Montana border. Chances of precipitation today generally pretty light, pretty isolated, and associated rainfall amounts generally expected to be pretty light. If you see a rain shower, it should be less than 1/10 of an inch. Overnight low temperatures for tonight expected to be generally in the 40s for most locations, some 30s in our communities in the high country. Chances of precipitation tonight generally confined to the central mountains, where they'll start to feel the impacts from that cold front first, starting tonight with some passing scattered showers in that area. Rainfall amounts up there generally still expected to be less than 1/10 of an inch tonight. As we go into tomorrow, we are looking at conditions clearing out pretty nice across much of eastern Idaho, and that will allow our temperatures to warm up a little bit higher than we were expecting. Temperatures look like in the Snake Plain they'll be in the 70s for tomorrow afternoon, but in the 50s and 60s across the central mountains, where we'll have additional cloud cover and some rain showers passing through during the day. And not surprisingly, our humidity, very sharp contrast from east to west across the region with the arrival of that cold front. High winds, strongest wind gusts tomorrow generally expected to be roughly around 20 miles per hour or so. And our chances of precipitation once again tomorrow mainly confined to the central mountains, where we'll start seeing some scattered occasional rain showers throughout the day on Thursday. And rainfall amounts tomorrow generally expected to be 1/10 to 1/4 of an inch across the central mountains. Low temperatures tomorrow night generally expected to be in the 40s across most of the region. And chances of precipitation tomorrow night increase, especially out across the central mountains, where that cold front will start knocking on the door late Thursday night and into Friday morning. Rainfall amounts for Thursday night, you see the rainfall is starting to really pick up there, especially in the Galena Summit and Stanley region. 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch of rain possible just tomorrow night. High temperatures for Friday, generally expected to be in the 60s across eastern Idaho, but 50s across central Idaho and into the central mountains. Lowest humidities for Friday, generally to range from the 40s in the eastern portions of Idaho, where we'll be slowly awaiting that cold front, but still in the 60s and 70s for minimum humidities on Friday across central Idaho and up in the central mountains, where there'll be quite a bit of rain falling throughout the day on Friday there. Friday doesn't look too terribly windy right now, but there could be some gusts 20-25 miles per hour possible in some parts. And then let's look at our first guess of chance of precipitation for Friday. Highest chances are out across central Idaho and in the central mountains. A little bit drier across east Idaho, where we're once again waiting on that cold front to arrive later in the afternoon on Friday. And then looking at our rainfall amounts for Friday, still looking at an additional 1/4 to 1/2 an inch possible across portions of the central mountains on Friday, but lesser amounts as you move into the Magic Valley and then into East Idaho. So just to summarize, looking for isolated showers today. Another cold front will arrive Thursday night into Friday. high chances for wetting rains for later this week, and then looking at some snow for our high elevations late week and into the weekend, and so we'll keep an eye on that. So that concludes this morning's briefing. If you have any questions or comments, please let us know. Thank you.